Be me, 28, recovering human doormat and professional overthinker, currently sitting in a living room that smells like lemon pledge and underlying rot, staring at a generic IKEA Kallax unit. Brain is running a marathon on a hamster wheel. Let's rewind. Life before the event was a series of apologies I didn't need to make. Married to M. M is the kind of guy who claps when the plane lands. Charm offensive, golden retriever energy, always knows the right wine to pair with fish. I'm the shadow, the one who checks the stove 4 times before leaving, the one who rehearses Starbucks orders in the car so I don't stutter. Then there's A. Best friend since college. She's everything I'm not. Loud, abrasive, takes up space without asking permission. She calls me her little project, I let her. It's easier to be a sidekick than a protagonist. Flashback to 6 months ago. The night of the accident. We were celebrating M's promotion. Just the 3 of us in our cramped apartment. I was mixing drinks in the kitchen. Hear the clink of glass, the hiss of soda water. M is rubbing my shoulders, telling me how lucky he is. I'm dissociating slightly, because physical affection makes me feel like a bug under a microscope. It brings me a Moscow mule, copper mug sweating in the humidity. Drink up, bitch, she says, grinning. Her teeth look too white, like ceramic bathroom tiles. I take a sip. Tastes metallic, like licking a 9V battery wrapped in lime peel. I complain. Don't be a baby, I put extra ginger in it, says. M laughs. You always have such a sensitive palate, he says. So I drink it. Because I don't want to ruin the vibe. Because I don't want them to think I'm ungrateful. 20 minutes later, the world tilts 45 degrees to the left. Stomach turns into a cement mixer filled with broken glass. Sweat is pouring off me, but I'm freezing. Teeth chattering so hard I think I chip a molar. Try to stand up to go to the bathroom. Legs are jelly. Hit the floor with a wet thud. Carpet fibers scratching my cheek. Hear M's voice. It sounds underwater. Oh God, is she having a panic attack again? Panic attack. That's the narrative. I'm just the crazy wife having another episode. I is standing over me. I look up, expecting concern. See something else. Clinical curiosity. Like a kid watching an ant burn under a magnifying glass. Vision goes black. Wake up in the ICU. Beeping. Rhythmic, incessant beeping that syncs with the pounding in my skull. Tubes everywhere. Throat feels like I swallowed a cactus. Doctor comes in. Looks tired. Looks at me like I'm a puzzle with missing pieces. You're lucky, he says. Acute toxicity, almost renal failure. He asks what I ate. I mention the drink. He frowns, scribbles something. M is there holding my hand. Tears in his eyes. I was so scared, he whispers. I thought I lost you. Brain starts the analysis loop. Why does his grip feel rehearsed? Why is he looking at the door instead of my eyes? Shut it down. Stop being paranoid. He loves you. He saved you. He called the ambulance, didn't he? Recovery takes months. Stomach is ruined. Can't keep solid food down. Exist on broth and fear. Develop a new phobia, eating. Every meal feels like Russian roulette. Lose 30 pounds. Look like a Tim Burton sketch. M is a saint. Brings me soup. Watches me eat. Just one more spoon, babe, for me. I eat it. Because I'm a burden. Because I ruined his promotion night. Comes over every weekend. Brings flowers. Lilies. They smell like funerals. She sits on the edge of the bed. You look terrible, she says. But skinny, silver linings, right? She touches M's arm when she laughs. Lingers a second too long. My anxiety brain highlights the contact in red. Flagged for review. Dismissed for lack of evidence. You're just jealous. You're just insecure. They are friends. You're the problem. Fast forward to today. Still weak. Still shaking. M is in the shower. Phone rings. Not his main phone. A vibrate hum coming from his gym bag in the corner. Weird. He usually leaves his phone on the nightstand. Curiosity overrides the doormat programming. Crawl out of bed. Knees pop. Open the bag. Smell of stale sweat and deodorant. Dig past the damp towel. Find a burner. Cheap Android cracked screen. Why does M have a burner? Maybe it's for work. Maybe he's planning a surprise party. Maybe he's cheating. Hands trembling so bad I almost drop it. No passcode. Swipe up. One message thread. Contact name A. Open the thread. Time stops. The ambient noise of the apartment. The shower running. The fridge humming. The traffic outside. Vanishes. Silence so loud it rings. Scroll up. Date night of the accident. M, she drank the whole thing. A good, how long until it kicks in? M, she's complaining about the taste. You use too much. A, she's an idiot, she won't notice. Just wait. Scroll down. M, ambulance is here. She's not dead. A, fuck, what did you tell them? M, panic attack, bad reaction to shellfish, whatever. A, we need to be careful. Insurance won't pay out if it looks suspicious. M, I know, I'm playing the grieving husband, she's buying it. A, just make sure she keeps taking the vitamins. We can finish it slowly. Drop the phone into the bag. Stare at the wall. The white paint looks gray now. Stomach clenches, but there's nothing to throw up. The realization hits not like a wave, but like a localized singularity. Implosion. My husband, my best friend. They didn't just cheat. They didn't just lie. They tried to exterminate me. For money, for a policy I took out 3 years ago when we bought the house. I am not a person to them. I am a paycheck with a pulse. I am an obstacle. Hear the shower turn off. Water stops running. Curtain rings slide against the rod. Terror floods my veins. Ice cold. He's coming out. He's going to come in here. Towel around his waist, damp hair, smiling that golden retriever smile. And he's going to offer me my morning vitamins. Brain switches gears. Panic mode, disengaged. Survival mode, booting up. But it's glitching. I can't confront him. He's stronger than me. If I scream, he'll say I'm having an episode. If I call the cops, do I have proof? I put the phone back. Exactly where it was. Under the towel. Crawl back into bed. Pull the duvet up to my chin. Heart is hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. Close my eyes. Feign sleep. Door handle turns. Babe, you awake. Voice is smooth. Caring. Monstrous. I keep my breathing even. Count the seconds. 1, 2, 3. He walks over. I can smell his body wash. Cedar and lies. He kisses my forehead. Sleep tight, he whispers. I wait until he leaves the room. Eyes snap open. Staring at the ceiling. The tears don't come. Something else does. A cold, hard knot in the center of my chest. The part of me that apologized for existing. It just died. Buried under the weight of a cracked Android screen. I need to think. I need to plan. I am in a house with a murderer. And I am starving. Lie there for 45 minutes. Rigid. Corpse simulation mode. Hear the sounds of domesticity downstairs. Coffee grinder whirring. The specific heavy thud of the fridge door. The clink of a spoon against a ceramic mug. Sounds that used to mean safety. Sounds that used to mean Saturday morning pancakes and lazy conversations about renovating the patio. Now they sound like the calibration of a weapon. My brain is eating itself, looping through scenarios like a broken HDD. Scenario A, I run downstairs screaming. He calls the psych ward. I have a history of anxiety which he helpfully exaggerates to everyone we know. I get committed. I die in there. Scenario B, I pack a bag and leave. He tracks my phone. He freezes the joint accounts. I have $40 cash in my wallet. I end up at a motel. He finds me. Babe, come home. You're not well. Scenario C, I stay. I play the game. I have to be Oscar-worthy. I have to be Meryl Streep on a cocktail of adrenaline and cortisol. Hear footsteps on the stairs. Heavy, deliberate. Stomach does a backflip. Close my eyes. Mouth slightly open. Regulate breathing. Slow, deep. Don't hyperventilate. Door creaks. Presence in the room. The air pressure changes. He's standing over me. I can feel his gaze. It feels like a laser pointer on my forehead. Does he know I know? Did I move the phone back exactly right? Was the angle slightly off? Does he count the pixels? He sighs. A long-suffering sigh. The sound of a man burdened by a sick wife. The performance isn't just for others. He performs for himself. He thinks he's the protagonist in a tragedy, not the villain in a crime thriller. Rachel, soft voice. I stir. Groan a little. Flutter eyelids. MMPH, what time is it? My voice sounds wrecked. Good. Naturalism is key. 9:30, I made coffee and your shake. The shake. The green sludge he's been making me every morning for 6 months. Kale, spinach, protein powder. And apparently, arsenic or antifreeze or whatever the hell they're using. Sit up. Room spins. Not acting. Stress response is physically debilitating. Look at him. Clean-shaven, crisp polo shirt. Eyes are blue and concerned. It's uncanny valley. I'm looking at a human suit piloted by a calculator. Thanks, I say. Word feels like ash in my mouth. He hands me the glass. It's cold, condensation on the outside. Green liquid, bubbles on top. Drink up, you need the strength. Amber's coming over later. Heart stops. Restarts at double speed. Amber, yeah, she's worried about you, said she wanted to bring over some soup. The duo, tag team wrestling match, and I'm the folding chair. That's sweet of her. I hold the glass. He's watching, waiting for the swallow. Social anxiety kicks in. If I don't drink it, he'll ask why. If I hesitate, he'll get suspicious. If I drink it, I die. Calculus of survival. I need to pee first, I say. Put the glass on the nightstand. Swing legs out of bed. Wobble. He reaches out to steady me. His hand on my arm. Warm, strong. Skin crawls. Every nerve ending screams asterisk predator asterisk. Careful, he says. I'm okay, just dizzy. Shuffle to the bathroom. Lock the door. Turn on the tap. Loud. Sit on the edge of the tub. Shake uncontrollably for 30 seconds. Look in the mirror. Pale, dark circles. I look like a victim. Good. Keep looking like that. Flush the toilet. Come back out. He's still there. Checking his watch. I have to head to the office for a few hours. Catch up on the merger files. Lie. It's Saturday. He's probably going to meet her. To debrief. To complain that I'm taking too long to die. Okay, I say. Drink your shake. He kisses my forehead again. Dry lips. I flinch internally. Love you, he says. Reflex kicks in. Love you too. Hate myself instantly. The words hang in the air like pollution. He leaves. Hear his shoes on the hardwood downstairs. Garage door opens. Engine starts. Tesla hums away. Silence returns. The house is a tomb. Grab the glass of green death. Walk to the bathroom. Pour it down the sink. Rinse the glass. Rinse the sink. Rinse it again. Paranoia says residue might trigger a Geiger counter or something. Fill the glass with water. Drink it. Place it back on the nightstand. Empty. Evidence of compliance. Go downstairs. Legs feel like lead. Kitchen is spotless. Granite countertops. Stainless steel appliances. Everything is cold and hard. Open the laptop. Hands shaking. Incognito window. Search history. Symptoms of arsenic poisoning. Symptoms of antifreeze poisoning. Life insurance payout clauses suicide vs accident. How to spot a burner phone user. Read for an hour. Eyes burning. Information overload. Hair loss, metallic taste, confusion, nerve damage. Check, check, check. They've been microdosing me, keeping me weak, making me pliable, gaslighting my biology. Log into the bank account. Joint savings. Password saved. Balance is lower than I remember. Transfers to consulting fees. Shell companies. Click on details. Dates align with his late nights at the office. He's funneling money, preparing for the post-Rachel era. Retirement fund. My retirement fund. It's being drained. Rage flares up. Hot and sharp. Overwrites the fear for a second. Then the doorbell rings. 3 rapid chimes. Cheerful. Aggressive. Amber. Freeze. Do I answer? If I don't, she has a key. She's my emergency contact. She's my sister from another mister. She'll just come in. Close the laptop. Wipe fingerprints off the trackpad. Why, I don't know. Spy movie logic. Shamble to the door. Unlock it. Open it. Assault on the senses. She's wearing bright yellow. Too much perfume. Gardenias masking rot. Huge smile. Holding a Tupperware container. Babe, oh my God, look at you. She pushes past me. Encroachment. Invasion. You look exhausted. Marcus said you had a rough night. Voice is high-pitched. Performative empathy. She touches my arm. Same spot he touched. It burns. Yeah, just stomach stuff. I lean against the wall. Make myself look smaller. Pathetic. Play the role. I brought bone broth, homemade super healing. Bullshit. She bought it at Whole Foods and spiked it. You're an angel, I say. Voice trembles. She thinks it's weakness. It's suppressed violence. We go to the kitchen. She starts bustling around. Opening cupboards. Taking ownership of my space. So, she says, back turned to me while she looks for a pot. Did Marcus seem stressed this morning? Fishing. Gathering intel. A little work is crazy, I say. Yeah, poor guy. He worries about you so much, you know. She turns around. Pot in hand. Eyes locked on mine. Scanning for cracks in the narrative. I know I feel like such a burden. Feed the ego. Feed the narrative. Oh, stop. He loves you. We all do. She pours the broth into the pot. Turns on the stove. Blue flame flickers. You need to eat, she says. Command disguised as care. I'm not hungry, Amber. Rachel, you have to, just a little for me. The manipulation is clumsy. Blunt force. She's not as smart as she thinks she is. She's just cruel. And I'm just desperate. Okay, maybe a small bowl. She beams. Predatory satisfaction. She thinks she's winning. She thinks she's feeding a stray dog before putting it down. Sit at the island. Watch her stir the soup. She's humming a Taylor Swift song while heating up poison in my Le Creuset. Surrealism level, Dolly. Phone buzzes on the counter. Hers. Screen lights up. Notification preview. Snapchat. Sender M. Emoji eggplant. She glances at it. Smirks. Swipes it away. Doesn't know I saw. Nausea rises. Real physical nausea. Not from the poison. From the sheer filth of it all. The banal evil. Here we go. She places the bowl in front of me. Steam rises. Smells like chicken and betrayal. Eat up while it's hot. She leans on the counter. Chin in hands. Watching. Audience of one. Lift the spoon. Hands shaking. You're shaking, she observes. Clinical tone. Blood sugar probably, I mumble. Bring the spoon to my lips. Smell is overpowering. Brain screams asterisk stop asterisk. Lizard brain overrides social conditioning. I drop the spoon. Clatter against the bowl. Splash of broth on the counter. Oops, sorry, clumsy. Grab a napkin. Knock the bowl over. Deliberate accident. Soup floods the granite. Drips onto the floor. Oh my God, Rachel. Tone shifts from nurse to annoyed mom. I'm so sorry, I'm so dizzy, I just slipped. Start crying. Fake tears. No, real tears. Tears of frustration. Tears of fear. She sighs. Rolls her eyes when she thinks I'm not looking. It's okay, sit down, I'll clean it up. She grabs paper towels, wiping up the weapon. What a waste, she mutters. Double meaning. Waste of soup. Waste of poison. Waste of time. I think I need to lie down, I say. Stand up. Hold the counter for support. Yeah, go, I'll finish up here and lock up. I have a nail appointment anyway. Priorities. Attempted murder at 10. Manicure at 11. Stumble upstairs. Bedroom door. Close it. Lock it. Slide down to the floor. Hug my knees. Room is spinning. Not from poison. From the realization. I am trapped in a house with a digital lock I don't control. With money I can't access. With a body that is failing. And two people who are checking their watches, waiting for the finale. Look at the burner phone under the towel. Still there. Silent. It's my only leverage. But leverage implies negotiation. You don't negotiate with cancer. You cut it out. But I don't have a scalpel. I have a laptop and a dying will to live. Need to stop crying. Crying dehydrates. Dehydration makes me look weaker. Wait. Weakness. That's what they want. That's the mask. If I get better, they accelerate. If I stay sick, they wait. They're lazy. Murder is hard work. They want the natural causes route. I need to be the perfect victim. Until I'm not. Pull myself up. Move to the desk. Open laptop again. New search tab. Not poison symptoms this time. That's defensive. I'm done playing defense. Type slowly. Fingers trembling but mind clearing. How to fake a millionaire lifestyle online. Creating untraceable digital personas. Catfishing psychology. The cursor blinks. Waiting. If they want a show, I'll give them a show. I'll give them a blockbuster. Stomach grumbles. Starving. Remember a stash of granola bars in my winter coat pocket from a hike 3 months ago. Closet. Fumble through coats. Find the wrapper. Crumbled. Stale. Tastes like sawdust and victory. Eat it in the dark of the closet. Listening to Amber wash the dishes downstairs. She's humming again. Let her hum. The music is about to change. Crumple the granola wrapper. Shove it deep into the pocket of an old raincoat. Can't leave evidence. If they find food wrappers, the narrative breaks. The narrative is Rachel is wasting away. Rachel is a tragic, soup-spilling invalid. Rachel is not chemically fueling a revenge plot in the closet. Crawl back to the desk. Screen glow is the only light. Adjust brightness to minimum. Paranoia tells me Amber might be in the yard looking up at my window. Tape a piece of cardboard over the webcam. Basic OPSEC. Or mental illness. Hard to tell the difference anymore. Open browser. Incognito mode isn't enough. Download Tor. Feel like a hacker in a bad 90s movie. Reality is just me, wearing sweatpants that are falling off my hips, shivering in a suburban McMansion. Step 1. The face. Can't use a stock photo. Marcus fancies himself a researcher. He'll reverse image search it. He's the type of guy who fact-checks memes, but poisons his wife. Go to an AI face generator. Refresh. Refresh. Too generic. Too uncanny valley. Refresh. Stop. Her. High cheekbones. Bored eyes. Looks like she vacations in places I can't pronounce. Looks like she'd step over a dying body to get to the VIP lounge. Save image. File name. Avenging Angel JPG. Rename it DCM-IMG 4922 JPG. Details matter. Step 2. The backstory. Open a blank document. Stare at the blinking cursor. Brain fog rolls in. Poison residue or panic attack. Fingers hover over keys. Who does Marcus want? He doesn't want me. The soft, supportive, let's build a life together woman. That woman is boring. That woman is a liability. He wants what he thinks he deserves. Power, access, moral flexibility. Name Sloan. No. 2 TV show. Ilara. Pretentious. Perfect. Ilara Vance. Occupation. Crypto liquidity provider. Too technical. I'll trip up on the jargon. Art logistics for high net worth individuals. Vague enough to be bullshit. Rich enough to be plausible. Allows for erratic hours and encrypted messaging. Location nomad. Currently London. No needs to be close enough to be a temptation. Far enough to avoid coffee dates. Currently traveling for auction season. Create the accounts. Buy a vintage Instagram account with 2K followers. Cost $150 from my secret emergency PayPal. Scrub the old photos. Upload 20 new ones over the course of an hour. Change the timestamps in the metadata first. Obsessive. Check the EXIF data 3 times. If I leave a GPS tag from my bedroom, I die. Literally. Photo of a blurry skyline, stolen from a Tumblr blog from 2016. Photo of an espresso martini, cropped from a Pinterest board. Photo of the AI face, partially obscured by big sunglasses. Caption: Mercury in retrograde, assets in escrow. It makes no sense. Marcus will love it. He loves things that sound smart but mean nothing. Now the bait. Pull up the burner phone photos I took earlier. Zoom in on Marcus's screen in the picture. A WhatsApp group. Alpha signals private, gross. Find the user list. There he is. Mark Aurelius X, of course. Stoicism for guys who buy jet skis on credit. Search him on Telegram. Found. Profile pic is a Bored Ape NFT. He doesn't own it. He screenshotted it. I remember him bragging about right-click save mentality. My heart is hammering against my ribs. Thud, thud, thud. It's so loud I feel like the floorboards are vibrating. Can they hear my heart downstairs? Logic says no. Anxiety says they are listening with a stethoscope against the ceiling. Draft the message. Type "Hey handsome," delete. Too cheap, Ilara isn't a bot. Type "Saw your comments in the alpha group, interesting perspective on eth," delete. Too eager, Ilara doesn't compliment, Ilara evaluates. Sweat is dripping down my back. Why is this harder than surviving poison? Because words are permanent. One typo and he blocks me. One wrong vibe and he ignores me. I need to trigger his greed and his ego simultaneously. Type: "You're the only one in that group not shouting into the void. Do you actually hold positions or are you just LARPing like the rest of them?" Hostile. Challenging. Marcus loves a challenge. He hates being ignored, but he loves being tested. Stare at the send button. Finger trembling. Hovering. What if he's downstairs showing Amber his phone right now? What if they laugh at me? What if they trace the IP? Did I turn the VPN on? Check VPN. Switzerland. Check kill switch. Active. Breathe Rachel. You are not Rachel. Rachel is dying upstairs. You are Ilara, and you are bored by men with small portfolios. Click send. Immediately close the laptop lid. Shove it under the bed. Scramble into the sheets. Pull the duvet up to my chin. Squeeze eyes shut. Waiting. Silence in the house. The hum of the refrigerator downstairs. The faint sound of the TV. Wait. A ping. Distinctive 3-note chime. That's his phone. It's loud. He didn't silence it. My breath hitches. Strain my ears. Who's that? Amber's voice, sharp, territorial. Just a notification, market alert. Marcus's voice, smooth, lying. I know that lie. He used it on me for 2 years. On a Sunday, crypto never sleeps, babe, neither do the bills. A pause. The sound of a chair scraping. Footsteps. Heavy, socked feet on hardwood. He's leaving the room. He's going to the patio. He's taking the bait. Count to 60. Slowly. Force my heart rate down. If I pass out now, the game ends. Crawl out of bed. Retrieve laptop. Open lid. Blue light floods my face. One new message. Mark Aurelius X. I don't LARP, I leverage. Who asks? Got him. Defensive but intrigued. He didn't block. He answered the question. Now the hook. Type, someone looking for a private equity partner who doesn't panic sell. My usual guy is currently being indicted. Need fresh blood. Checked your history. You seem capable, marginally. The insult at the end is the key. Negging. He uses it on me. You'd be pretty if you lost 10 pounds. You're smart for a girl from Ohio. Now I use it on him. Send. Watch the screen. Typing stops. Typing stops. He's overthinking it. He's editing. He wants to sound cool. He's probably leaning against the patio railing, smoking a vape I'm not supposed to know he has, trying to craft the perfect retort. Meanwhile, his wife is upstairs, supposedly clutching her stomach in agony. The dissonance is nauseating. I should be hurt. I should be devastated that he's flirting with a stranger while I die. But I'm not hurt. I'm clinical. I'm a scientist watching a rat navigate a maze I built. Message comes through. Indictments are messy. I keep my nose clean, but I like risk. What sector? He's trying to pivot to business, trying to establish dominance. Type high-value asset relocation, art, defy bridges. If you have to ask about the sector, you don't have the liquidity. Send. Now silence. Make him wait. Power moves 101. Never reply instantly. Close the chat window. Open a new tab. Search symptoms of arsenic poisoning timeline. Need to make sure my physical performance matches the medical reality. Nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, encephalopathy. Check, check, check. Tingling in extremities. Rub my numb fingers. Check. I'm right on schedule. Door handle turns. Adrenaline spike. Slam laptop shut. Shove it under the pillow. Flop back. Groan. Loud, pathetic groan. Door opens. It's Amber. She's holding a glass of water and 2 pills. Hey, sweetie, she coos. The voice is sugar-coated glass. Marcus said he heard you moving around. Thought you might need your meds. Meds. Sedatives mixed with who knows what. Thank you, I whisper. Weak. Voice cracking. I just need to sleep. She walks over. Sits on the edge of the bed. Right next to the pillow, hiding the laptop. If she touches the pillow, she feels the heat. Laptops run hot when running Tor and VPN. Panic is a cold hand squeezing my throat. Don't look at the pillow. Look at her eyes. Her pupils are dilated. She's excited. Or maybe she's high on the thrill of it. Here, she says, extending the pills. I can't. Stomach is too upset, I lie. You have to, Rachel. Doctor's orders, it'll help the nausea. She's insistent. Pushy. She wants me unconscious so she can go back to Marcus. So she can go back to being the mistress of the house. She's watching me like a vulture. Not a hawk. Hawks hunt. Vultures wait. Her eyes flick from my face to the water glass to the pillow. Can she hear the laptop fan whirring? It sounds like a jet engine in my head. Probably just ambient room noise to her. Or maybe the tinnitus from the arsenic is flaring up again. Ringing in the ears, high-pitched C-sharp. Focus on the pills. 2 white oblongs. Generic shape. Could be ibuprofen. Could be rat poison. Could be crushed glass pressed into a mold. My hand is shaking. Legitimately shaking. Tremors are a symptom. Convenient. Come on, Rachel, she says. Tone shift. Impatience leaking through the mask. She wants to go back downstairs. Wants to celebrate the successful text exchange with her new business partner. She doesn't know the partner is the dying woman in the bed. The absurdity makes me want to laugh. Hysterical laughter bubbling in the throat. Push it down. Convert it to a cough. Hack wheeze. Bring the glass to my lips. Tilt head back. Open mouth. Toss pills in. Don't swallow. Hold them under the tongue. Sublingual absorption is a risk, but better than digestion. Take a sip of water. Gulp loud. Adam's apple movement simulation. Make a face of disgust. Bitter eye croak. It's good for you, she says. She smiles. She actually smiles. It's a reflex. Social script 404. Comfort the sick friend while killing her. She stands up. Try to sleep. Marcus and I are just going to go over some finances downstairs. Tax season. Tax season is 4 months away. Sloppy lie. Lazy. They think I'm brain dead. Maybe I am. Okay, I whisper. She turns, walks to the door, hand on the knob. Don't look at the pillow. Don't look at the pillow. She leaves. Click. Count to 10. 1, 2. Hear her footsteps on the stairs. 3, 4. Spit the pills into a tissue. White sludge starting to dissolve. Bitter taste floods my mouth. Chemical burn. Scrape tongue with fingernail. Panic sets in. Did I absorb any? Heart rate monitor in my brain spikes. Check pulse. Thready. Fast. Ignore it. Pull the laptop out. It's searing hot. Burns my thighs through the duvet. Fan kicks into overdrive. Screen wakes up. Tor browser. Secure chat. One new message. Marcus, I can move 50K by tomorrow. Liquidating a joint holding. Wife's inheritance. She's not in a position to manage it anymore. Looking for aggressive yield. Stare at the screen. Pixels blurring. Read it again. She's not in a position to manage it. That's my epitaph. Written by the man who vowed to hold my hand in sickness and in health. He's liquidating my grandmother's inheritance. The money we were saving for a down payment on a lake house. The money I worked 3 jobs in my 20s to preserve. He's handing it to a stranger on the internet because he thinks I'm already a ghost. Nausea hits. Real nausea this time. Stomach cramps violently. Double over. Breathe through the nose. In for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. Cognitive behavioral therapy techniques used to manage panic attacks in a grocery store. Now used to manage the realization that my husband is looting my corpse before I'm even cold. Tears prick the eyes. No crying. Crying dehydrates. Dehydration accelerates the poison. Biology is the only truth. Emotions are variables to be eliminated. Type reply. Fingers feel like sausages. Numb tips. Miss keys. Backspace. Focus. Channel the persona. Elena cold, rich, bored. 50K is below my usual threshold. Barely covers the gas fees on the bridge, but I like your risk profile. Shows initiative. Pause. Is that too negging? Too aggressive? Analyze the power dynamic. He's desperate. He wants to impress. He wants to be the wolf of Wall Street. He's actually the sheep of suburbia. Continue typing. I have a slot opening in the Alpha Fund. 24-hour window. If you miss the transfer, don't bother messaging again. Here is the wallet address. Paste the address. A wallet I created 10 minutes ago. Untraceable. Routed through 3 mixers. Send. Now the wait. The paralyzing wait. Open a new tab. Our bank account. Login. Password R&M Forever 2019. The exclamation point mocks me. Enter 2 FA code sent to my phone. Pray his phone doesn't ding downstairs. It won't. I changed the contact number on the account to my burner yesterday. Social engineering my own life. Dashboard loads. Savings $52,400. Checking $1,200. Refresh. No change. Refresh. No change. Anxiety spirals. What if he figures it out? What if he traces the wallet IP? Impossible. I'm on a VPN routed through Estonia. But what if he knows someone? What if Amber knows someone? Amber works in HR. She barely knows how to convert a PDF. Stop spiraling. Look at the ceiling fan. Count the rotations. 1, 2, 3. Dust on the blades. I should clean that. I'll never clean that. Someone else will clean that when they stage the house for sale after the funeral. Morbid thought loop. Terminate process. Refresh bank tab. Balance $2,400. Saving $0.00. Pending transfer minus $50,000. Destination Coinbase. He did it. He actually did it. He drained us dry. He bet the farm on a catgirl avatar and a fake promise of 200% a pie. I should feel triumphant. I won. I tricked the trickster. Instead, I feel hollow, like someone scooped out my insides with a melon baller. That money was safety. That money was my past. Now it's just digital dust. But it's in my control, not his. Switch tabs to the crypto wallet. Watch the blockchain explorer. Confirmations 0/3. Confirmations 1/3. Confirmations 3/3. Received 50,000 US, sitting in a wallet only I have the keys to. I just robbed my husband. Technically, I robbed myself. Is it robbery if you steal from a thief? Philosophy requires calories I don't have. Hear laughter downstairs. Muffled through the floorboards. Clinking of glass. They are toasting. They think the transfer went to Alina. They think they've just bought their ticket to the high life. Bali, new cars, no wife. The rage comes back, hot and sharp. It burns through the fog of the poison. I need to do more. Taking the money isn't enough. Money can be earned back. Reputation is finite. Freedom is finite. Open new tab. Search Marcus last name employer compliance officer email. Find it. Draft new email. From anonymous Proton mail. Subject, internal fraud/embezzlement investigation. Attach screenshots. Not of the catfishing. Not yet. Screenshots of him using company devices to trade crypto. Screenshots I took weeks ago when I was cleaning his iPad. Evidence of him soliciting investment, advice on company time. Minor infractions. Enough to trigger an audit. Enough to make them look closer at his accounts, where they will find the missing petty cash I framed him for last week. Hover over send. Finger trembling. This is the nuclear option. Once he loses his job, the house of cards falls. He becomes desperate. Dangerous. A desperate man with poison is a volatile compound. Do I do it? Do I pull the trigger? I look at the empty water glass on the nightstand. The residue of the powder at the bottom. They didn't hesitate. Why should I? Click. Send. Close laptop. Slide it back under the pillow. Lie back. Stare at the ceiling. Heart pounding so hard my vision pulses. Dread washes over me. Not fear of dying. Fear of what I'm becoming. I'm not Rachel anymore. Rachel was nice. Rachel baked cookies. Rachel forgave. This thing in the bed is something else. Something cold. Something that calculates leverage and destroys lives via fiber optic cables. I check my reflection in the darkened window. Gaunt face. Dark circles. Eyes bright and feverish. I look like a monster. Good. Monsters survive. Phone buzzes under the blanket. Text from Marcus, real number. Hey babe, just checking on you. Amber and I are gonna order pizza. Think you can eat a slice? The audacity. Pizza. A celebration dinner. Type back, no, stomach hurts too much, just let me sleep. Send. Lie there, listening to the house settle, waiting for the inevitable scream when he realizes the Alpha Fund website is down for maintenance. Forever. The silence is heavy. It presses down on my chest. I close my eyes, and I wait for the fallout. Hear a thud, not a normal household sound. Heavy, wet, like a body hitting drywall, or a fist putting a hole in my living room. Stomach seizes, breath hitches in my throat, making a small whistling noise. I hate that noise. Makes me sound like a dying animal, which technically I was supposed to be. Muffled shouting filters up through the vents. Marcus, voice cracking, high-pitched hysteria. What do you mean server not found? Refresh it again. It's the Wi-Fi, it has to be the Wi-Fi. Amber's voice cuts in. Shrill, panicked. It's gone, Marcus. The URL is dead. The wallet is empty. I stare at the ceiling fan blade. One specific dust bunny clinging to the edge, swaying slightly from the vibrations of their screaming. My brain starts doing the math, calculating the blast radius. They put everything into the Alpha Fund. The savings, the line of credit he took out against the house without telling me, the loan from Amber's parents, all transferred to a dummy wallet I control, currently tumbling through 3 different mixers in Estonia. Footsteps pounding up the stairs, 2 at a time. Frantic. Door bursts open. Hallway light floods the room, blinds me. I flinch, pull the duvet up to my chin. Marcus is standing there, face red, veins bulging in his neck, phone clutched in his hand like a weapon. Rachel, he's panting. Rachel, I need the Wi-Fi password for the router, the admin password. I blink slowly. Feign confusion. Keep the voice weak. Raspy. What, Marcus? I feel sick. Shut up about your stomach, the password. He's unraveling. The handsome, composed corporate climber is gone, replaced by a sweaty, desperate child. Amber appears behind him, pale, eyes wide. She looks at me. For a second, I think she knows. Paranoia spikes. Chest tightens. Does she see the satisfaction I'm trying to hide? Does she see the reflection of the burner phone in my pupils? No, she just sees a victim. A pathetic, bedridden obstacle. Leave her alone, she doesn't know anything, Amber snaps. We need to call the bank. We can't call the bank, Amber. It's crypto, it's untraceable. He throws his phone. It hits the mattress inches from my leg. Bounces off the floor. Screen cracks. I flinch again. Real fear this time. Unpredictable variables. Physical violence was low probability, but desperation alters the algorithm. Then, outside, lights, flashing blue and red, silent at first, then the sirens cut the air as they pull into the driveway. Marcus freezes. Amber runs to the window. Police, why are the police here? Marcus goes white. Sheet white. The email. The compliance officer didn't wait for an audit. Crypto trading on company devices. Embezzlement of petty cash. Fraud. They moved faster than I predicted. Efficiency. Terrifying. Pounding on the front door. Police open up. Marcus looks at me. Looks at the door. Looks at the window. He looks small. He doesn't say anything. He just walks out of the room. Amber follows, sobbing. I listen. Voices downstairs. Stern. Authoritative. Miranda writes being read. Shuffling. The front door opens and closes. Engine starts. Tires on gravel. Then silence. Lay there for an hour. Maybe 2. House makes settling noises. Refrigerator hums. I am alone. Completely alone. Slowly sit up. Head spins. Low blood sugar. Haven't eaten a real meal in 8 months. Slide out of bed. Legs wobble. Walk to the window. Watch the empty street. Street lamp buzzes. Neighbor's dog barks once. Go downstairs. Living room is a mess. Pizza box on the coffee table. Unopened. Pepperoni. Can smell the grease. Stomach churns. Nausea rolls over me. I have the money. I have the house. I have my life. Open the pizza box. Stare at the congealed cheese. Try to pick up a slice. Hand shaking so bad the pepperoni falls off. Can't do it. Brain screams poison. Illogical. They ordered it. They were going to eat it. Doesn't matter. Neural pathways are scorched earth. Trust mechanism is offline. Permanently. Drop the slice. Walk to the kitchen. Get a glass of water from the tap. Stare at the liquid. Is it clear? Really clear. Pour it down the sink. Open a sealed bottle of water from the back of the pantry. Listen for the crack of the plastic ring. Loud in the empty house. Drink. Water tastes like plastic. Tastes like survival. Tastes like nothing. Go back upstairs. Crawl into bed. Pull the covers up. Stare at the dark ceiling. No victory music. No credits rolling. Just the sound of my own heart. Beating. Too fast. Too loud. Be me. Alive. Whatever that means now.